Good morning, everybody. It's my pleasure to be here with you today. Just want to share a couple of things with you that will help you to get more out of your BNI membership. I want to tell you a quick story, if I may. About a week ago, I went to a chapter, not too dissimilar to this, give or take a couple of members, but pretty much the same. And, we went through the usual things. We came to the one-minute presentations, and they were really good. It was obvious that the members had prepared, and you could see people reading their sheets, and went through all of that. And I took notes, because like all good members, with this thing that you've got here today, just like you've done, I took lots of notes, because this particular morning I was thinking, I want to really get a couple of good referrals for you here and make my visit pay off for you. So I'm working through, and I've taken lots of notes, as you can see. I filled in all those things. There's lots there. And at this particular meeting, I went through it. There were a couple of presentations where, the people were very nervous, but it was obvious they'd put in some effort. There were a couple which were highly entertaining. And there was the usual round of presentations, like you've seen today. After the meeting, went back to the office, set aside 20 minutes in my diary, went onto the internet, logged onto my LinkedIn account. Now, I've got something like 2,500 connections on LinkedIn, so I thought, there's a good chance I'm going to find some of these referrals. I went through this, and within 5 minutes, I picked up the sheet, and I threw it away. Because there was nothing on there that I could meaningfully use as a search. Somebody had asked for ASDA. I've got about 300 people in my contacts with ASDA. I didn't have a name, I didn't have a designation. And this morning, what I've noticed is there are a number of you that have asked for certain things. And really, there are 3 things there that if I had those 3 bits of information at the meeting I went to a couple of weeks ago, I'd have been able to probably pick up 4 or 5 referrals. In fact, somebody asked for a particular individual who was the commercial manager at Wakefield Trinity Wildcats Rugby Club. Well, I didn't have them in my direct contact, but somebody further down in my levels of contact had them, sent them a request explaining that their name had come up in a conversation recently at a business meeting. Would it be okay if we connected? Well, lo and behold, 2 days later, I got a reply back from this person saying, delighted to connect. I put in a referral for that person they're going to be meeting later this week. So what I'd suggest to you is there are 3 things we need. Number 1, who do you want to talk to? Give me the name, spell it out, because you know it, but I don't. Spell it out, say it slowly. Number 2, why should they want to talk to you? Not why I want to talk to them to sell them my product or services, but why would they want to talk to you? And number 3, just give me a short sentence of phrase to start the conversation. So name, rank, serial number, and then those 2 things. I'll give you a quick example of how this could work. In business to business, that works really well. But some of you are looking around the room at me like, well, that's nice because the people are looking for companies, that would work. But what about the individuals who are dealing with customers? What you do is this. There's a lady 10 years ago called Jane Reed, who was the owner of a signage franchise. She stood up and said, my name's Jane Pickard. I'm the owner of so-and-so sign franchise. A business with no sign is a sign of no business. And this morning I'd like you to walk into a room, and in any public space, if you look around the room, I'd like you to look for a green sign with a white running man on it, a plastic green sign. And if you don't see one, speak to the person who runs the facility and tell them that there's an on-the-spot £200 fine. That was 10 years ago, and now it's actually possible imprisonment as well. Tell them I'll do a free signage audit, no strings attached, and off the back of that I'll probably get some signage. That's it. She sat down, after a memory hook, a business with no sign is a sign of no business. That was 10 years ago, and I know her presentation pretty much word for word. And to the day, when I walk into a room, I look around to see, like in this room, there's a sign right there by the exits. So what you have to do is work out, what's the plastic green sign for your business? It's going to take a bit of time. It's going to take a bit of effort. But if you can work that out, or in business to business, you can work out the name, rank, and serial number of the person you want. I can't guarantee how much business you get, but I can guarantee you'll get twice as much business as you're currently getting. I hope that was really useful for you. Thank you.